Hello, and welcome to the Lightworker Diaries, a space for reflection, truth-telling, and soulful remembering. My name is Tiffany, and I am a truth teller, a mystic, and a mirror. These are transmissions from my heart to yours, an archive of channeled wisdom, lived stories, and the real work of becoming. May something in here stir something in you. Before we jump into today's episode, I wanted to share an upcoming event that I'm hosting. It is called the Earn More, Have More Masterclass, and it is specifically for service-based founders and entrepreneurs who want to understand how cash moves through their business in order to create and keep more at the end of the day. We'll be going over financial statement fundamentals, what levers to pull when cash gets tight, including the ones that are really difficult, like having hard conversations with people who might not be meeting your expectations. Then we're also going to go into how to make those clear and confident decisions so that you can take action right after the masterclass and put what you've learned into practice. If this is something that sounds like you or someone you know, head down to the show notes and click register, and we'll see you soon. Hello, my friend. I have another great episode for you today. There has been something brewing under the surface over the last couple of days, and I started to uncover what it was yesterday. And then this morning, the full understanding of this pressure I've been feeling landed, and it's good. It's sensitive, it's sweet, it's tender. But you know me, I lean in so that you can lean in and we can both grow together. Let's take a deep breath and jump in. All right. This all started because I was feeling an immense pressure from time. There was this urgency and this inner dialogue that was telling me I should be further along. I should be doing more. I should. And with all the work that I've done, even clearing the micro triggers and doing the things that I know how to do to regulate my nervous system, I still had this sense that I was running out of time. I woke up the other morning and Time by Hootie and the Blowfish was playing in my head. 90s throwback, but it has been stuck in my head for 3 days. Like, clearly my subconscious has something that it wants me to move through, and it is giving me clues in the form of a song, because sometimes that's how that works. So yesterday, I had a call with my mastermind group. And in that call, I shared this urgency, this like sense of being behind with the group. And it was really helpful because the coach who's running the group shared how there are different seasons. And those seasons can overlap for different areas of our lives. And I hadn't thought of that before. So like you have a planting season, you have a growing season, you have a harvesting season. And just because I'm in the planting season of my business doesn't mean I'm in the planting season for all of my experience. Like my relationships right now, I'm very much in like a growing season. My health right now, I'm very much in a harvest season. And so when I feel this need to see and have results, I just need to be aware that different parts of my life are operating under different seasons and to celebrate each and every one. So finding the evidence of my business growing is going to be different than finding the evidence that my relationships are growing or finding evidence that my health is supporting me through all of this. And that started to take the pressure off. Like even just that conversation cleared my signal, cleared my frequency. So some things started to flow in my business yesterday. And I had a great day, a really great day. But then this morning, I woke up and it was back. The pressure, the urgency. And I got curious about it because part of the reason that I didn't go with the rest of the company, the team members, to the new company several months ago was because I had a deep and profound desire for freedom. I wanted to do things my way. I wanted to create a company that thrives in stability and spaciousness. I wanted ease. I wanted to work on my rhythms. I didn't want to be responsible for being online between 8 and 5 because that's not what supports me the best. And so when I began to look at how I'm currently operating, I began to notice that I'm doing everything in alignment with my nervous system. How I'm moving through this world is sustainable. I am doing the engagement. I am showing up online. I am setting up the systems. I am setting aside the processes. Everything is working. I'm attracting referrals. I have sales calls. Everything is actually working. But when I sit down and compare it to these volume-based people who are doing it in a way that works for their nervous system, I start to think I'm not doing enough. And then that pressure comes in. You should be doing more. You should be further along. I hear a younger version of me that says, I could have done all of that in 2 days. Why did it take you 2 weeks? You're slacking. And the reality is, yeah, I could have done this all in 2 days. And I would have been toast. I wouldn't have enjoyed it. It wouldn't have been fun. And I wouldn't have been building my business in the frequency that I desire. I said it before, I am building from stability and spaciousness, 2 things that allow space for creativity and intuition to lead you to a level of success beyond anything your logic could ever create for you. I want people to come into my business and exhale. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm here. I've been waiting for this. I've been searching for this. I want that type of sensation. I want that experience for my people. And if I want to create that experience, I can't create it running around, hustling, trying harder. The frequency doesn't match. And so as I sat with this and journaled on it a little bit more, I journaled about freedom, I journaled about spaciousness, and the deeper I got into it, the more I learned about why this pressure was really here. It's not just the comparison game. It's not just my perfectionistic tendencies. It's rooted in some childhood stuff. It's not that I'm just afraid to rest. I'm afraid that if I stop working on it, my business will disappear. I love my mom immensely, and she also has some OCD tendencies. Growing up, if we weren't using something, it disappeared. I would go downstairs, pour myself a glass of water, drink half of it, run back upstairs or downstairs to get something. By the time I'd come back, the glass would be gone. It'd already be in the dishwasher. If I left a t-shirt on the floor, gone. Oh, I didn't think you were using it anymore. Gone. And that has echoed. That slid into my subconscious and has echoed through my life. My ex-husband, I was working 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours a week when I was at Ernst & Young. 7 days a week, always on. After 3 months of that, maybe even 4, something like that, I was just fried. And of course, when you're operating at that level, you're not eating great. I wasn't. We operated by the work hard, play harder mentality. So I was thriving on coffee and alcohol and junk food, takeout. So by the time this busy season ended, I decided I was going to get healthy again. And so I went downstairs to get on my rowing machine, and it was gone. And I went back upstairs and I asked my now ex-husband, where'd it go? And he's like, well, I didn't think you were using it, so I got rid of it. I wondered how long it would take you to notice. And I lost it. I lost it because he had no right to sell something that he didn't even buy. It was mine. And the timing coming right after a time that I had been working my ass off. And so there is within my subconscious this belief, if I'm not actively working on something, it will go away. If I'm not doing something, if I'm not touching it, if I'm not holding it in my hand at all times, it might disappear. I had no idea that this was impacting the way that I do my business. If I'm not on all the time, I'm afraid it will go away. That blew my mind, because understanding why I have felt this pressure to always be on allowed me to go in and change that story. I want to create space for rest. I know when you create spaciousness, divine inspiration comes in. I know when you're not clenching, when you're open, you receive. I know all these things to be true. And I needed to reframe my rest, not as something that could lead to something I love disappearing, but also it's not a sign of laziness or procrastination. I am moving at the pace that my nervous system can sustain, and it's working. Just because I have sustained other levels and other paces in the past doesn't mean I need to continue operating at that level, because the last time I did that, it nearly killed me. I remember going to a naturopathic doctor after I left my job with Ernst & Young, and she was like, "That's weird. Your panels make it look like you're extremely malnourished." And in my head, I think of those people who haven't eaten in years and they're just skin and bones. And I'm like, oh, I'm not that. My body literally stopped digesting because I wasn't giving it anything that it could use. And it took me a long time to heal my body and regain trust with my body so that it will continue to operate at the level that I want it to operate at. And that is not high speed. It's not. I'm not asking my body to perform at the level that it performed before, because that's not sustainable. It's not helpful to anyone, you or me. And so as I rewrite this story that rest is safe, my creations belong to me, they'll wait with me, they'll develop and grow with me, it's changing everything. I can plant a seed in the ground and know it's going to be there when I come back. No squirrel's going to dig it up and run away with it. I don't have to stand and hover over it, protecting it. That changes everything. So I want to invite you to explore how this might be showing up in your life. Where does rest feel dangerous? What are you afraid will disappear if you stop, if you sit back, if you give it space? And what could change if you trusted yourself and your creations with all your heart? You're allowed to build something that stays, even when you rest. I have a coach that I'm working with who actually believes that God, spirit, source, the universe, choose your word of choice, that's when they step in and do the work. The unseen carries you. The unseen does the work when you're not working. Can you let yourself receive that? We are living in a time where the feminine leadership model is coming online. This is how it's done. That's all I got for you today. Appreciate you. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Lightworker Diaries. If something stirred in you today, take a breath and let it land. To go deeper, you can subscribe to the written diaries on Substack. You'll find a link in the show notes. Until next time, be true to you.